going on, people? It's Guns Raw from NextGenTactics, and we're doing team deathmatch strategies. And this is jungle. Now, it's funny as we're going into this quickly. I got a message, of course. I ignored it after I read it because the individual is a bit of a joke. He's like, all you ever do is stay on the outside. Well, it's not just always stay on the outside, and I don't always say that. If you watch Radiation, I recommend that you go straight through the center. What I recommend is you take the safest pathways possible. But in taking the safest pathways, you still have things to look out for. When you're coming in here, I always throw a Semtex or grenade over there because they tend to rush straight through that area there. Hold off when you get to this point here. And watch, just watch the choke point there just for a second. Just like that. Almost every time you're going to get someone rushing there. And this is what I refer to as the tactical position. It doesn't make a lot of sense for you to just blindly rush through there. I will make my way around, but at the same time, I'm not going to foolishly just rush through there, especially with the weapon loadout that I have. Because if I keep going through that way, you know, if they have an SMG and everything like that, they're going to probably have the jump on me, and I'm going to end up dying. So you got to play a little bit smarter. Now with jungle, because it's, you know, one of the largest maps in the game, you do want, I mean, you can have an SMG and everything like that, and there's no problem. Like, I can post some oh, do I get this guy? Watch for, this is a perfect spot, by the way, right there. Perfect opportunity to take out the dude that's camping at the end. If I ran through that choke point, which a lot of people do, that guy standing there, likely very difficult for me to actually spot, especially if I'm running. So before I go there, I like to clear out people and possibly deter them from going back in that position. So they may end up going back there, but at least that person thinks, oh crap, you know, I didn't get killed. Now I got two places to watch. If I go back there, I gotta quickly check the other way. And just forcing the individuals to look in a direction that they normally wouldn't have looked causes them, even for that split second, if I'm running down that choke point, then for sure, I'm going to be able to catch them off guard. Now, oh yes, there we go. So the reason why I went the alternate way, instead of, normally I would say to go down to that, through that back alleyway, the one where I got the first 2 kills, because it's the easiest, and I always say take the perimeter. However, in this case here, because I already killed 2 people using it, which means that it's an active area, and we had that guy sitting up in the top here, right where I threw that Semtex. Because I had someone watching there, they're very aware of that choke point, and therefore it's not a good idea to be going down that way. You have to change your game style. Now, when you got mortars are great. You want to take them on places. Now, you notice I put them over top of the sniper spot. Lots of people go on the sniper spot. The spawn area, which is in the back, sort of swampy area. And then on the top side, which is kind of where my team was going to be heading anyway. So again, this particular team, I don't want to necessarily just, you know, use this pathway right off the bat. I want to sort of throw distractions, try and kill whoever I can at that top point there, because these people are very active. And I know it, and it's based on the team. If you don't have a lot of people running through here, like if in the very beginning I was coming through here and I didn't encounter anybody using this pathway. Every player has a way of playing this game. Oh no. Oh, that didn't work out so well. But everyone has their style of gameplay. Everyone has their routes that they like to take. So whenever I show you something, it's not necessarily that you have to use the exact same strategy that I'm using in this particular game. It's the thought mentality. It's how to change your gameplay up based on what the enemy is doing. And like I said before, in this particular case, there are at least a group of individuals that are very much focused on that choke point. So you know that this is going to be an active area. These individuals like using this back area here, which to me says that it's very dangerous and means that I've got to be very cautious. Obviously, when you've got the radar on or whatever, then you can actually go forth. I think I died twice in this. Anyway, so these are things you got to take, be aware of. And that sniper spot, if you see someone up in that sniper spot all the time, chances are if they go up there once, they're absolutely going to go up there again. So you need to always be aware that they may not go up there right away after you've killed them, but they are almost definitely going to be going back there. They like that spot, and they like that spot for a reason. They must have, you know, at some point gotten kills there. So you have to always keep that in the back of your mind. Give it a, you know, a minute or so, or not even that long. Sometimes they'll just go right back in there. This is a dangerous spot, by the way. This bridge, which is why I do, if you watch the map walkthrough that I do for jungle, which you can see on the channel and the interactive menu that we have, you'll see that I always say to do a dolphin dive through there. And the reason, well, it's no good calling that in. The reason why I do that is because of that long stretch, that long straight stretch there. It's very, very dangerous. Either side, either from someone from behind or someone from in front, can easily end up getting a kill. So that's why I typically want to avoid that area. Should I get kills? What? Just one? Ridiculous. Oh, there we go. He ran into some fire, I think. And the same thing, when I'm coming this way, you notice, no matter what, I use the same system each time. Because as I'm coming around there, as I'm running, because of that little shack there or shed, it blocks your view. Someone with an SMG from the enemy side is going to be able to friggin' likely take us out. And there you go. See, I told you, it's very, very active in there. Remember, this is pre-recorded. I use the same strategy, you know, tactics. Not that I use the exact same paths, but it's the thought mentality that you need to get in there. And they're the little tips like this. Like when you're running across a bridge, throw the frag, throw the Semtex, whatever you got to do, and then do it that way. But in this particular case here, I can put the MPL on and go running around and blazing it. If I'm doing that, then my gameplay is a very, very, very different. Oh, horrible aim. Dude, you got a friggin' M16 with a red dot, for God's sakes. So anyway, it's very different, but it's still on map recognition. It still relies on the fact that you need to know where the enemy is coming, where the enemy typically does, and how they react, and where they go. This guy's going to make an error. There you go. Dude, I saw you down there. Why would you go up the stairs? This is a bad, bad idea. Anyway, well, I'm glad he made that bad idea. Again, watch the choke points. These are huge, huge. Now, one thing that I'm doing, because I've got the radar, it's a little bit easier, but I don't want to spend too much time. You notice, and you know, I get my kills and turn around. Watch that radar. If you see your team very heavily in that area, the spawn system in Deathmatch, although some people complain about it, I think is actually good. I think it stops it from necessarily doing like just crazy spawn killing. People complain about spawn killing in Modern Warfare 2, and I think they did the best job possible. Oh, here's where hell will become unleashed. You get the dogs in this, you're pretty much laughing. Get dogs in any map, you're pretty much laughing. Now, when I'm going along here, I'm not just looking on the ground level. Again, I'm looking at that top perch. I kind of go a little bit slowly there, and I'm looking up at that top elevated area. And the reason why I'm doing that is because there were individuals that were already up there. Therefore, just like the sniper spot, chances are they're going to actually go back and they're going to want to go on that spot again because they think it's a good spot. So you must always be aware of these. Wherever you see the enemy, assume that you're going to see the enemy there again. Uh-oh, where is he? There we are. Now, here's a little thing, though. When you've got dogs, I know I'm not running around crazy, but I've got an M16. If I had the, you know, an MPL, then I probably would have been considerably more active. But when you've got dogs unleashed, that is the time to go running and gunning. That is the time to friggin' go running like crazy. Because believe me, when the dogs are coming out, they're going to be primarily focused on those goddamn dogs. Now, that's a spawn area there, but the nice thing about it, yes, you know, I got a spawn kill there, but you don't see the entire team spawning there. That was a big problem with Modern Warfare 2 was the, the spawn system where the whole team was like constantly spawning, or chunks of the team were constantly spawning in the one area, and then all you would do is constantly just mow them down. Whereas this is if your team's in the area, the more of your teammate in a certain area. Oh, there's my other death. Look at this LMG guy's just freaking mowing down people. Oh, whatever. I think I end up 40-2 in this one. And of course, big help to my dogs. I like to give my dogs a shout out. But anyway, when you're, I think he's still there. Now see, now this is a camper, and not just any camper, but a stupid camper. You don't stay in that position for that long, especially in just sitting up against a wall after you've killed someone. That's absolutely one of the most stupid things I've seen in a long time. And that's a big difference between a hardcore camper and then a tactical gamer. And I do tactical gaming. I don't really care. You know, I've gone through my phases of trolls and blah blah blah, and I really don't care. You want to play smart? That's what we teach you. So anyway, remember, adapt your game, stay focused, remember choke points, and depending on your weapon, play aggressively or tactically. Peace. Get the latest updates and stay in touch with the NGT community with our all-new Facebook application. Check the description of the video for details.